Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Physical violence strikes Kim Zolciak and Kroy Biermann's home. Kim Zolciak and Kroy Biermann of the Real Housewives of Atlanta fame reportedly got caught up in family drama around the Thanksgiving holiday. Reportedly, authorities had to get involved at one point. However, there are different sides of the story coming out. Biermann is a former American football linebacker who played for the Atlanta Falcons. Zolciak was known for being one of the original cast members on The Real Housewives of Atlanta, with the series depicting her meeting Biermann during its third season. The two were also the subject of the spin-off series, Don't Be Tardy, which lasted 8 seasons. However, Biermann filed for divorce from Zolciak in May and refiling back in August after a brief withdrawal. According to TMZ, the Milton Police Department were dispatched to the couple's Georgia home the day before this past Thanksgiving. Reportedly, they were there in response to a domestic violence call. According to the report, Zolciak alleged she and Biermann got into a heated argument while taking down curtains in the home, which is about to be put up for auction. Zolciak claims that Biermann physically threw her from a ladder, pushing her onto the ground. Cops claimed that Zolciak herself claimed to have been injured in the altercation. However, they also claimed she refused to show evidence of injury to first responders on the scene. Allegedly, the incident took place in front of Zolciak's children. One of her daughters also spoke about what happened to authorities. However, cops claim that the daughter's story tells things differently. In her version, Biermann was the one initially taking down the curtains. This spurred Zolciak to go on top of a ladder to remove them herself. She then fell off, landing on Biermann. The girl claimed that Biermann spoke with her and told her to be honest. However, she denied being coached on what to say. A few other family members also shared their own sides of the story. Another kid also claimed to have entered the room during the argument, but didn't see the incident involving the ladder. For his part, according to the police report, Biermann claimed Zolciak attacked him, striking him in the face. However, Zolciak stuck by her side of the story. Officers at the scene were unable to determine who was the primary aggressor during the incident. At the time, no arrests were made concerning the case. Cops also noted that neither Zolciak nor Biermann were willing to leave the house. Did you watch Kim Zolciak and Kroy Biermann on their reality shows? Make sure to come back to TV shows Ace for all the latest reality TV and celebrity news. Physical violence strikes Kim Zolciak and Kroy Biermann's home. A shocking turn of events. In a tale that feels more like a headline ripped straight from the tabloids, former Real Housewives of Atlanta star Kim Zolciak and her estranged husband, Kroy Biermann, are at the center of a chilling and unexpected storm that has rocked their once glamorous family home. What started as a story of love, fame, and reality TV fame has spiraled into one of alleged violence, confusion, and heartbreak. It all started in the early hours of a seemingly normal evening at the sprawling mansion that the couple once called home. Kim and Kroy, both known for their larger-than-life personalities and former celebrity status, had made headlines for everything from their extravagant lifestyle to their very public marriage. But behind the walls of their luxurious home, things were far from perfect. Recently, the couple had been embroiled in ongoing tensions, their marriage fraying under the weight of financial troubles, strained communication, and, more recently, Kim's escalating health issues. It seemed as though the fairy tale life that Kim had crafted was crumbling. But no one expected what would happen next. The night began innocuously enough, with Kim and Kroy apparently trying to settle into their nightly routine. However, an altercation, fueled by emotions, spilled over into something far darker. According to sources close to the situation, a disagreement between the two escalated quickly, turning physical. What started as a verbal dispute quickly degenerated into a violent confrontation that left both parties shaken. Allegedly, Kroy, in a moment of rage, physically confronted Kim. The exact details of the exchange remain unclear, but what is known is that it involved physical violence. Neighbors reported hearing loud shouting coming from the property in the late hours of the evening. With a sense of urgency and fear in the air, Kim, often seen as the more outspoken and emotionally charged partner, was said to have been visibly distressed. The situation culminated in a 911 call, with both Kim and Kroy reportedly on edge and confused by what had transpired. When emergency responders arrived on the scene, the atmosphere was tense. The police were called to the home in what was initially described as a domestic disturbance. Although both Kim and Kroy were initially cooperative with the authorities, the couple's relationship appeared irreparably shattered in the wake of the incident. Kim, still reeling from the confrontation, was reportedly in tears when speaking with law enforcement officers. Kroy, too, seemed to be grappling with the consequences of his actions, his once gregarious and confident demeanor now giving way to remorse and regret. Though neither party sustained any serious physical injuries, the emotional toll of the altercation was impossible to ignore. The aftermath of that evening was a mixture of disbelief and anger. Fans of the couple, who had previously watched their marriage evolve on TV, were stunned. This wasn't just a Hollywood romance unraveling. It was a marriage in crisis, one that had crossed the line from dysfunction to something far more dangerous. The public's perception of Kim and Kroy's once perfect life now seemed to implode in real time. In the days that followed, Kim and Kroy were reportedly at odds over what had happened. The tension continued to build, with the couple becoming increasingly isolated. Kim, who had always maintained a careful image of herself as a doting wife and mother, found herself grappling with her identity in the wake of the violence. The reality of the situation was that her marriage was no longer just falling apart. It was in pieces, and with Kroy facing his own internal battles, the future of their family seemed uncertain. The physical violence that unfolded behind the gates of their mansion raised difficult questions about their relationship dynamics. What had been a lavish and glamorous existence for years now seemed like a fragile front for deeper issues within the marriage. Friends of both Kim and Kroy were left questioning the authenticity of the couple's public image as well as the strength of their relationship. Kim, known for her larger-than-life personality and keen awareness of how to manipulate public perception, suddenly appeared vulnerable and conflicted. Kroy, on the other hand, was attempting to reconcile his image as a former professional athlete and dedicated father with the reality of the situation. As the couple continued to work through the aftermath of the violent incident, Kroy found himself embroiled in his own emotional turmoil, questioning the root of the violence and how it had escalated so quickly. The children, including the couple's 4 biological kids and Kim's 2 from previous relationships, were understandably caught in the crossfire. Reports indicated that the children were at the home during the altercation, adding yet another layer of complexity to the situation. The couple, who had once presented a united front as doting parents, were now facing not only the dissolution of their marriage, but the consequences of their actions on their children's emotional well-being. As of now, Kim and Kroy's future remains uncertain. Legal battles seem to be on the horizon, with each of them taking steps to protect themselves and their children. Divorce rumors swirl, as does speculation about the couple's next steps. Will they reconcile, or has this violent altercation signaled the end of a marriage that seemed built to withstand the pressures of fame? The entire incident has drawn a great deal of media attention, as many are left grappling with the shocking reality that behind the headlines and the glam, physical violence had erupted in a once idyllic home. For fans who have followed Kim and Kroy's story over the years, it's a painful reminder that even the most polished of celebrity couples have their private struggles. What appeared to be a fairy tale marriage may now be irrevocably shattered. It is difficult to say what the future holds for Kim Zolciak and Kroy-Biermann. Their family and their fans are left wondering whether this violent outburst marks a permanent rift or if, over time, the couple will find a way to rebuild what they once had. For now, they remain locked in a painful chapter of their lives, the fallout from that fateful night rippling out and leaving their reputations, their children, and their futures hanging in the balance. In a world where appearances often mask reality, Kim and Kroy's story is a stark reminder that even those we admire from afar can experience deeply troubling personal struggles. Whether this dark moment marks the end or simply a detour in their tumultuous journey remains to be seen. But one thing is certain, the course of their lives has been changed forever.